Hey, welcome back to the Bad End Show.
Hey guys.
Had to miss last week because we had a lot of scheduling conflicts lately on our weekends.
Yep. So, well, I guess you don't need to know the details, but it helps keep these bad anime decisions funded. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so apparently Crunchyroll is ending their ad-supported service.
Yeah, so I guess it's starting with next season. So like now that Crunchyroll and Funimation are officially together, like I guess that's part of it. So yeah, I think it's only going to be for new shows, is what they said. I think, and like there was a handful of shows that they're gonna stream like the first few episodes for free, but then after that it's like, well, nope, you gotta be a paying member.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna affect things. Well, I guess it's since they completed the merger with Funimation, they're like, oh, we have more of a monopoly on this market. I
Right.
mean, technically there are still a few competitors. Like there's High Dive, and yeah, I guess High Dive is the only other like mainly anime streaming service.
Right. I mean, there's other what do you call it, services that do have their own shows, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few Netflix exclusives, and I guess there's like there's some like anime stuff on Hulu and whatever. But as far as like anime centric shows, it's just like Crunchyroll and High Dive now, I think.
Right. So yeah, and yeah, High Dive's not that big of a thing compared to like Funimation and Crunchyroll even before the merger.
Yeah, it's very limited. Although they have a lot of exclusives that sometimes I really want. I mean, there's still shows on High Dive that I really want to watch that like we can't watch now.
Right. I believe it's a paid only service.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of wonder how this could affect things. I mean,
Yeah.
we've always paid for Crunchyroll, so I have no idea what it's like for like people who watch without like a membership.
Yeah. So I guess there's a few ways things can pan out, but I guess just for context, I guess before we get started, like according to the stuff I was like looking at earlier, like High Dive is like 300,000 like paying members or something like that.
Oh, that little?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
And then like Crunchyroll, like I guess August of last year was up to 120 registered users, 120 million registered users, 5 million of which were paid. So like, well, I guess it's hard to say because registered users isn't necessarily the same amount as like active users, but still,
Yeah.
it's an interesting thought. And I don't think I found one for Funimation, but we can kind of assume it'll add a little bit. But then there's also crossover or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure Sony did their numbers and then figured like, well, okay, whatever.
I'm guessing that they probably weren't earning as much from like the ad revenue as they
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, so we don't have any solid numbers, but most likely they weren't making too much money from like the ad services. Not to mention like, assuming there is actually a good proportion of free users, it probably taxed like servers and that sort of thing. So maybe it's actually cheaper to just like boot off the free people from their perspective.
Yeah,
I don't know.
could be. And a lot of people use AdBlock too, for lots of places.
Yeah. I guess there's some interesting comments I saw about that, but like, I think with how popular anime has become, like, recent-ish or whatever, especially like in the West, it kind of seems like there's a large contingent of younger users who, aren't exactly capable of funding like subscription services on their own.
Yeah.
So it could affect those type of people, like and stuff. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to go. And yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these cases where like if you take away access to people, it kind of like a lot of people will make the argument that like it just leads people to pirate things more.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I also feel like this argument gets used by people who try to like pirate things anyways, even if they can pay for things,
Right.
regardless. So
Like I'm sure there's a proportion of that where that's the case, but it's hard to say. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say really. So we'll see.
yeah, I guess it was mostly gonna affect those like younger people who can't afford to pay for subscriptions.
Hmm.
But if you have money, then you probably should just pay up. To
Right.
be honest. Like a lot of people, Yeah, like a lot of people like they like to argue about like oh like Japanese people get to watch it for free, but then like no because like there's a whole like Japanese broadcasting licenses and like network studios and like even if people watch for free on TV, there it's still feeding into the whole like money ecosystem whatever. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's not a really good argument for like trying to pirate this shit.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, before we move on, I was just thinking to myself, like, sometimes people actually do have the means, like, asking their parents, but, like, like, I guess even though it's more popular, I feel like for some people it's probably like, oh, they want to ask their parents to, like, fund these Chinese cartoons. It's like, oh, child, why are you watching this nonsense? Watch real American shows.
God damn.
Or something like that.
Uh,
Yeah. But anyway, like, yeah, I'm sure there's other people who, what do you call it, are just gonna go on some like pirated site to watch stuff.
yeah. So what else do we have this lately?
Okay, so are we going with figures first?
Yeah. Okay. So this is technically like kind of old news because it was just announced last week. But like we didn't have our show last week, so we're talking about it now. But yeah, they had the whatever the big concert
Yeah.
thing, and then they announced like Nendoroid for like Suisei and Ayame, Flare, Noel, and Pop Up Parade for Subaru.
Shuba.
And I'm pretty surprised that like Lami's getting like a scale figure. I don't think she got like anything else, but like until now, but now just like oh suddenly like premium figure all of a sudden.
Yeah, actually, does that mean 4th gen got skipped so far?
Wait, first
For like these figure type things?
wait first gen's there's Coco, or there used to be Coco,
Yeah, so
Koga, Towa, Kanata, Luna. Wait,
we're missing one.
wait, there were 5, right?
Yeah,
Wait, Coco, Kanata, Towa, Luna. Who's the 5th one?
Oh crap.
Oh shit, who's the 5th
Wait.
one?
uh, Uh-oh.
Oh shit, wait, oh shit.
Do you have the poster?
the one where like,
Yeah, that poster.
no I don't, the one where Luna got deleted by accident.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, who's the 5th one? Oh god. Okay. Anyways, oh yeah, speaking of that poster, like at this concert, they had that giant poster of like all the Polite channels together, and then I guess they were supposed to like delete Rusia after that fiasco thingy, but then like they accidentally deleted Luna instead, and then people were like wondering like, wait, why the hell is like Rusia still there but Luna isn't there? And it turns out Luna's the 3rd from the left and Rusia's the 3rd from the right, and in the front row. So people are thinking like, man, some intern probably asked like, wait, who am I supposed to delete again? And Yago was like, oh, the 3rd one from the right, and then they forgot to ask like, wait, my right or your right?
That's so sad.
So that's probably why Luna got deleted off the poster.
Oh my god.
That's so sad. Hachima plays Picatito.
Oh my god.
Sorry, who's the 5th one?
I should know this one. Uh-oh,
See, this is why we're not real fans.
Oh my god, I'm real fans.
Are you really?
Yes.
But yeah, well anyways, of those 4 that we can think of, I don't think they announced any figures yet,
Yeah.
right?
So they just like just went straight to Lamy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so it's like Gen 0, and then this like 2nd gen, Gen 3, Gen 3, Gen 2, and yeah, Gen 5.
Yeah, so pretty interesting.
I do kind of want this scale figure because like, I like Lami's design a lot. I mean, you know, I'm also biased towards like elf bitches and stuff.
Oh my god, you and your elves.
But also, like, I just really like the blue, light blue, and like snow aesthetic too. Yeah, the one I'm most excited for is Suisei because like Suisei's still my favorite, I think.
Yeah.
At least like among the Hololives.
Well, she needs like a cleaver or something ridiculous.
She probably
Like,
wrote.
or no, an axe is better.
An axe is pretty much like her like signature weapon. Also a Tetris block.
Yeah, a Tetris one. Now I'm just thinking about that like here's Suisei thing.
Oh yeah.
Just like breaking through with the Tetris block. So,
Here's Suisei.
so we need. So definitely need that for her. What were the others? Like what? Okay, Nendroid.
Yeah, like 4 Nendroids for these ones. But
Okay.
Flair and Noel already got like Figmas too. Well, all of Hololive Fantasy got Figmas.
Yeah.
Although it's kind of awkward. They're like, well, I guess we ordered the Rusia Figma like just in time. But like,
Yeah.
they already announced they're gonna stop selling Rusia merchandise.
Oh yeah, at the end of the month. So
Yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's pretty sad too because like I feel like at least the impression I get is that like third gen seems to be the gen that like has the most like intergeneration like camaraderie.
Yeah, yeah. I can definitely see that.
Also your favorite duck.
Oh yeah, my duck.
And another, I guess moving on from Polar Eye figures, like these are some new stuff that we need to order soon.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're finally having orders up for Miyu Nindroid that we looked at on the One Fest or One Hobby. One of those like figure announcement things.
Yeah.
That we had a stream on. So yeah, Miyu didn't get shafted this time.
This time.
They always shaft Miyu. What like they always release like Ilya thing and then Kuro thing and then just like skip Miyu.
It's like, oh, that other one.
Yeah. But then they actually have a Miyu Nindroid now.
Maybe I'll get her in Fate Go one day.
I wonder why it took so long to get Nindroids. Cause like this trio got like so many figures of like so many different types. Like you got like racing figures, you got this figure, that figure, but then like they never made Nindroids until now, or Figmas either, I guess.
Yeah. maybe they figure they can milk the audience with the more expensive stuff first.
I mean, it worked on us.
You mean you?
Yeah.
You mean you?
Oh, that's a gay ball.
Gibog.
And then I don't think the Ilya one came in yet. We ordered Ilya, but I don't think it came in.
Well, we don't have it right now, at least.
I think it's the middle of the year for this year.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, I need to get this Lena and Android too.
Oh.
But I guess it's the Bloody Regina version where she has a black uniform and the dyed hair. And Ninim from Genius Prince this season. I love her.
Oh my god.
Definitely need her. She also got a scale figure too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Killcat. Got Yui. So adorable. Oh god, the face.
Oh yeah.
She's so adorable. Oh yeah, like Preconnect just recently released the update where you can get titles for like max ascending people, I guess.
Yeah, 5-starring them.
I think for Killcat's like 5-star title is something like oh no, creepy stalker or creepy pervert or something like that. Like something really like yabai.
Yeah, they know. They know.
Yeah. Okay, anything you want to talk about before we go into Animus?
Well, I guess we have our normal Mobage thing, which is pretty quick. So, yeah. I guess event rerun for like Precone currently.
Man, I missed out on like Anne. Didn't get her gacha.
Oh yeah.
I lost so many rolls to her.
You could roll for the dragon one.
I don't have resources left.
Oh right, you don't have anything.
Yeah. And Genshin does have like a few like random events with nothing much, and Fate Go there's something Fate Go that I haven't played. I haven't played Fate Go in so long.
The Fate like what do you call it? The New York thingy, the challenge thing / lottery.
Oh,
I've been grinding the lottery pretty badly.
Oh god, I didn't mean to do that.
Not because like I've been trying to get a lot. It's just more like I haven't really had time to play, so I'm doing last minute grinding before.
Oh, is it ending?
Yeah, in a few days.
Oh, I guess I'll just like forget.
Maybe.
Man, I just feel like so burnt out. It's like playing Fate Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Fate Go, you can't just like auto shit either.
Maybe. You say that, but then like I feel like the Precone is more time consuming.
I guess that's
Like even with skip tickets, just there's too many resources and like thingies to manage.
Yeah, that's. Oh, actually, I just ignore a lot of stuff in Precone, to be honest.
Oh.
Like I haven't really been doing the arena. I just go in to get the coins.
Oh. Do you drop in rank much?
Not a little bit, but I'm just like whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like I kind of lost the ability to care.
I see. I have to keep fighting, or else I'll like drop down below like rank 100.
I continue to fight. I continue to fight.
Or no, I'm below rank 100. I mean, or less than 200. 200. Oh no.
Yeah.
200. Sometimes I'm above 100.
Yeah. So yeah, Genius. So we have 2 episodes to catch up on for this Genius Prince.
So I guess the first one was like that weird siege thing with the city.
Yeah, when they were in the merchant city and then got sieged on like two sides by the Imperial Brothers.
Yeah. And then they just did a walkout and like it worked, kind of.
Yeah, they just did a walkout. Went to the church people's. So, like the church people were trying to get like some of them were like trying to like take advantage of the situation. But then like walking out with like all 30,000 people in the city, like they kind of like just forced them to like be paralyzed and not be able to do anything.
It's pretty goofy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no way they march over with enough like food and resources to like feed and take care of 30,000 people.
Well, yeah.
And then they just took the city back somehow. They're just like having everyone like fight, like taking the church's like spare weapons and shit.
Yeah. I guess it's like, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't fight. Let's negotiate. And then basically like, okay, we all know this is not what happened, but we'll blame the older brother.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then it just works out.
Well, I mean, like it's to everyone's advantage to like to blame it on the older brother. I mean, the oldest brother.
Well, that's what everyone is also like, but they're like, why?
Yeah.
They're like, how did we get in this situation?
Yeah. Oh, I guess that was the other episode.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to really talk about the previous episode.
Yeah, and I mean they kind of did weird like animation stuff. I mean, weird adaptation stuff because they skipped a lot of things.
Uh-huh. But yeah, it ended somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, so we get to see Zenobia again, like the one with like hiding the ridiculously big boobs under that whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
wait a minute. Shouldn't we actually be 3 episodes behind then? Or was this the same episode?
Oh,
Did you? Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see how if we get to it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Oh yeah, was this 3 episodes? Wait, I'm getting confused.
There's an episode after this we watched.
Yeah. So yeah, like he was mainly trying to go to visit the Greer, like the big fat guy during the siege on the church side.
Yeah.
Like he's actually someone that like he's supposed to meet like many times before, like in that when like we went to like the other like conference of the holy people thingy where like he killed one of them.
Yeah.
But they kind of skipped over it in the anime. I mean, they showed like one frame of him like as like part of a summary, but it was supposed to like that was supposed to be their first meeting.
Uh-huh.
And then he was totally like pretty sure like Senua was gonna like ask for his hand in marriage, and she's just like, nah, what if your face is just ugly, and name him just
like oh.
But yeah, so this guy Greer, he's one of the holy elites that like the kind of like I guess you can kind of call them like cardinals or whatever, or they're like kind of higher than cardinals but lower than pope. Because there's like one holy king, and the holy elites are like just directly below the holy king.
Okay.
So, like he's actually supposed to like be like even bigger than how they animated him probably, or at least the illustrations in the light novels like made him like look even like he's just like just sprawled out. And
oh, the way you're describing him makes me think of like what that big dude in like Kill la Kill who's like no matter where he's like animated, he's always made to be towering over everyone else. Like I can't remember his name. One of the student council peoples.
One of the Elite Four or whatever.
Yeah. Like he's always exaggerated, like and huge.
Don't really. Man, it's been a long time since I watched Kill la Kill. But yeah, he's supposed to be like he's described to be like 3 times the size of like any other man, and basically.
Wait, he is already 3 times the size.
I guess maybe. But yeah, he was talking to Wayne about like how what really is a luxury, and the reason he's this big was like he intentionally eats a lot to get himself to be bloated up, and so that like he has to be carried around on a palanquin inside his own castle, and he's seeing it as like this is something that only the rich and powerful can do, and therefore he's gonna do it. So it's a very unique way of thinking about things, I guess, but I feel like it adds a lot of character to like he's destroying his own, like he says it in his own words that he's destroying his own body just because he can, and he's intentionally inconveniencing everyone else just because he can as a show of power.
Well, it's not that unusual if we like think about like the real world past,
Yeah.
where like until relatively modern times, like being on the larger sign is usually a sign of like
Wealth.
or
Yeah.
like well-being, because you actually have to have a good status to get to that point.
Yeah.
Versus like I guess nowadays it's kind of gone in the opposite direction.
Well, like nowadays, when anyone can, like when there's a lot of food and anyone can be big, then like being big loses that like exclusiveness.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually capturing me opening this bottle.
But yeah, like when I saw him, I was like, wait, what? Like this guy has this cute daughter, like Tortilla, and she's what's a cookie Lia again? So
Tortilla.
yeah, Tortilla. But yeah, I've been saying we've been seeing more and more cookie Lia, so I guess she's being more active.
She's
This
back.
I mean, she's been back for a while. We've been seeing like
Well,
lots
yeah,
of characters. Yeah, she's really adorable, and I like her character a lot. Like she's really cute and playful, but she's also like really sly and kind of like crafty.
Oh, okay. I guess.
So basically, like father, like daughter, like they don't look the same at all, but their mindsets and their like craftiness is like pretty similar.
She's gonna become big.
But need like small girl.
Oh my god.
Kind of want to figure of her too.
Oh my god. Ain't happening.
But yeah, like so basically like when he got invited over to Korea and like he was trying to get a talk, they thought they were gonna like, have some like talks about like alliances and stuff, but Korea kept like ignoring him and like making excuses to like run away. So it's almost as if like they're just like trying to stall for time, and so they thought like oh maybe he's trying to get him assassinated or trying to like do some sort of like stir up trouble while he's like preoccupied, and then he got called in the middle of the night. And it's like hey. Well, you want to do an alliance? He's like, okay, yeah, sure, let's do an alliance. And I like how like your face when we were watching that party is exactly like him, where he was just like, wait, what the fuck? And then you were just
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's how the show always makes me feel. But it was just as planned.
Just his friend. So it's basically a fake alliance, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna devour you. So it's like this guy, like he, like in keeping with his old like his previous philosophy about like oh I'm gonna like inconvenience everyone else just because I can. So for him like fighting wars and like devouring strong opponents is his like idea of like luxury. So even though like regardless of like any actual like profit and like losses any gains, like he just wants to fight Wayne just because like he finds Wayne like as like an interesting opponent.
Oh.
So like he kind of crafted this entire scenario up to just to like get down with him, I guess.
Oh. Well, you only have that luxury as long as you don't lose too badly.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Kind of wonder how they're gonna like wrap it up in one episode. I'm assuming there's only one episode left because this was episode 11.
They're gonna make stuff up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or just like cliffhanger this. That's always a way to do it.
Man, I'm now thinking of like Gangster where like they ended up cliffhanger and then the studio went out of business.
Yeah, but it wasn't even supposed to be an intentional cliffhanger.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was supposed to be one more episode, but then they ran out of business. I was like, oh shit. We're never gonna find out what happens.
Yeah. If only there wasn't a manga or something.
If only the manga wasn't like localized in English, which it is. It is actually localized in English. We just never bought it.
Anyway, that Justice Pran faced.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like when reading the book, I was flip flopping between like liking him and not liking him, like back and forth quite a lot. And it's like, but at the very least, he's an interesting person. Even when he's like, even when you're like, oh man, like this, why is he being such an asshole? Like he's kind of like a magnificent bastard where like you love to hate him kind of thing.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah. At least that's the impression I get like in the books.
But he's not sexy nun lady.
Yeah. Sexy nun lady is just like she just lives for chaos. Like, she doesn't believe in anything. She just wants to like stir up as much chaos as possible. just because.
Oh, okay. What does this religion teach?
Be chaotic, apparently. Also, like, not like, I mean, this is really realistic, so I like how like cynical it is. But none of the upper echelon of the religion actually like really believes in the religion much at all.
Oh. See, I guess right now I don't really have a clear idea of what this religion's all about. Like, I got some ideas about like how relationships because of that, but not the religion itself, if that makes sense.
It's probably the usual like, oh, like do shit that like let me tell you so that like, you go to heaven.
Yeah, like, I mean, with how everything's presented, I've been assuming it's just like an analog for Christianity or something.
Oh, and it pretty much is an analog for Christianity.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It'd be nice to know some details sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know, for me, like all religions just like sound the same to me. So
I mean, maybe.
I mean, the only difference between a religion and a cult is tax exempt status.
Maybe. I mean, sometimes you still have to pay taxes.
Yeah, that's when it's a cult, I guess.
Oh my god.
And Reality Roll, I guess, kind of speed ran through this episode a lot too. There isn't really much to talk about. Like, yeah, I really like how. Well, not that I like. I found it amusing rather, where like he wants to do medical reform, and they're just. This is one of those like. Writing tools where like, oh, you want this to happen? No, there just so happens to be coincidentally this race that has this ability that's exactly what you need to make the things go smoothly and advance the plot.
It's very weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, how is it like, oh, we don't have microscopes or something like that, but like, oh, they can see the microbes somehow or something, like literally see them.
Oh yeah, like that
Like not like sense them or like.
they have like a microscopic like third eye on their forehead, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's just like it's really goofy, really.
Yeah.
Like, but like, oh, if they say so, then everyone will believe. But that's also kind of weird because like, oh, I guess no one listened to them before.
No one. No, he made a microscope after he came here, but like this one didn't have microscopes before he did.
No. But like, they can see them before like any of that happened. So like, did they just keep them to themselves, or no one believed them before that?
No one believed them.
Oh.
I mean, this one like it's very heavily reliant on like light magic and like superstition and stuff.
Yeah.
So like when they said like, oh, it's because of this, and like no one believed them.
Right.
And then he came along and made a microscope like, okay, take a look at this microscope, and people like, oh, okay, shit. Whoops.
Anyway, it was very weird.
But yeah, I guess that's how you explain away like the fast development of antibiotics in different world. Where like, oh, it really exists like among this race.
I guess so.
And I guess it's part like they were at the refugee camp. This is another part where, this is another part where I, like even back when I was reading too, like it was one of the things where I couldn't understand the mindset they're in at all, and it makes me wonder it makes me wonder like, is this something people actually relate to? Is this, or is it just like some weird convoluted writing? Or maybe like people, this is actually how people feel, and I'm just like incapable of like feeling the same things or something.
No, it's definitely you.
Yeah.
Wait, have you never read interviews about like from the people's percent or anything like that? No, there's definitely people like this. Like actual refugees who just like. Or is that the topic we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely people. What are you talking about? That's just you.
Yeah, I'm someone who has like zero attachment to my homeland, or rather more like a really like love-hate relationship in the homeland.
Yeah, but that's different than like imagining other people having that attachment.
Well, it's not really the attachment part, but more like the part where he's like okay, like I'll give you, like he gave them like really good conditions, so he was like, okay, I'll let you live in. Like he's providing them a place to live, and like and jobs and protection as citizens, and he's not even saying that like you can't go back. He's just saying like you like for now you need to stay here and like and to actually consider yourself part of this country, like as long as you stay here, and then like in the future if things get better, then you can go back. And then they're still like, oh, like why is this policy so cruel? And I was just like, what?
Well, I mean, you don't have to agree with it, but like, from a lot of people's perspective, that's kind of like admitting defeat. Like it can be totally illogical, but like it definitely does happen.
Eh,
There's a lot that's like how humans are.
yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, I guess you can kind of say that. Yeah.
Like if you frame it as like a struggle or a fight, then like okay, it's kind of like giving up. Like okay, I'm not even working towards my goal anymore, even though it might actually be working towards that goal. If like even you don't. Sometimes it's hard to see that sort of stuff, like and kind of think long term. Does that make sense?
But like, does it even make a difference though? Where it's just like, oh, like you just have to like love this country while you're staying here, and until like one day you can go back.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, it might not be obvious, like that after you make this decision or would do it, like that you can go back.
Yeah.
There can also be a fear of like, what if like, oh, what if I end up liking this place and just like, oh, what if I don't actually want to go back to my original home? It could be that sort of thing. You kind of see that sort of thing for like, what do you call it? Actually, they kind of touch on it a little bit on this episode where like that kid's born.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the kid won't actually have an attachment, but then there could also be like like I guess future parents or potential parents or whatever, like, oh, these kids won't ever get to see homeland, even if as a refugee they won't see it anyway.
Yeah.
But then you can, it gets a little bit weird. Like, but yeah.
But like even if they don't accept, even if they don't like take the help, then like it's not like they're gonna be able to go back anyways. So like they would. So it's just kind of like, oh, they'd rather be in this like kind of like weird limbo nomad life. I guess.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just find it like really like hard to understand.
Okay. Well, also your perspective is completely different
Like, what do you mean?
because like no one forced you out.
Yeah.
Like it'd be different if say like, like a invasion like came in and you had to leave the country
Yeah.
that you like and you were attached to it or something, or you didn't even have to be attached. You might just like have some sort of resentment at like whoever pushed you out,
Yeah.
so you might not even care about actually going back, but rather like, you know, kicking them out, I guess, rather.
Yeah.
So I think that's a completely different thing, because like these guys aren't just on vacation. They just like, oh, we'll leave our country and then we'll go back to it later.
Yeah, but it's more like it's not really like the idea of like wanting to go back, but more the idea of like, oh, it's cruel to ask you to stay here and behave in this country until it's okay for you to go back. But like he's not saying that they have to stay forever. He's just saying that like while you're here, you need to like be contributing instead of just like doing nothing.
Right. That still goes back to like what I was saying earlier. Like
pride and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it doesn't necessarily have to be pride, just like a lot of similar feelings.
Yeah. But yeah, like when I was even like when I was I actually like read and reread like a lot of this series like several times, and like every time when I get to this part, it always like feels like weird to me.
Maybe.
I'm just heartless.
Maybe. Well, here's another logical thing that's kind of similar.
Yeah.
Like, what do you call it? Like I'm just imagining if like say you put a lot of hard work into like, say, what do you call it? Building like a model. It doesn't even have. It could just be stock or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's taken from you, but then you get compensated with like a new model.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, technically they're equivalent, but they're not really, from a like, what do you call it, subjective perspective.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking about how like like given the option between like living properly in a city versus like living like in a slum with like no protection and anything.
Yeah. Yeah, but the point is like they don't have to follow that logic if they have a different logic that what do you call it? They value.
I guess.
It's like how people are more willing to spend like way more on like buying back the original of something rather than just buying a new one that's the same. Like my Charizard. I want my Charizard back. Give me my Charizard!
It's always about your goddamn Charizard!
I want my Charizard back!
Ugh. You and your foil Charizard.
It was in the booster pack. It had the Charizard on the booster pack, so then I was like, oh, what if there's a Charizard inside? Ha ha ha. And it was in there, and I was like, oh my god!
Okay, fine.
And then someone stole it.
Yeah.
Human children can't be trusted.
Yeah. So yeah, we have this other doctor. Like, he's basically that main character of like Alifurita.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Alifurita's airing this season, and we didn't actually watch that, or we watched like one episode of it, and we forgot about it.
You forgot about it.
We need to go back and watch that.
Maybe.
I'm making you watch that.
Yeah, if we can watch that Akibi.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We got like emotional damage.
Oh my god. No, then it's not emotional damage if you forgot about it.
Yeah, I remember it sometimes. I remember it sometimes. Okay, we can watch it Akibi. But yeah, like he looks shuni because like he's actually like super shuni. Like he's the kind of guy who's like, oh, I don't want to heal these like rich ass nobles. I want to go. I'd rather go like help these like helpless people who are like poor and like in slums and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like but like stuff he says it in a really like edgy way. So like this character design is actually on point for him. Wait, this part was actually not as far as I know. I don't remember this happening in the books either. Where like after they did a C-section for the mom who's having a baby, and like the like bad whatever. You're the doctor. I don't know these like terms.
Wait, what are you saying?
But like the fetal position, blah blah blah. Like need to cut open the belly, blah 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 thing because the baby like whatever thing.
Yeah. Well, what about it?
Yeah, I don't know how do they describe that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like this part where she was like yelling at him about like not being like more sympathetic towards because of like he was like, oh, like in my world like there's a pretty high like success rate of like C-sections, and this part it didn't happen in the night novel, so I kind of wonder like if they like why did that like added in. I mean, I guess like that it like she has a valid point, I guess, but yeah.
Well, honestly, I agree with it.
Yeah.
It feels, what do you call it?
Insensitive of him.
Well, kind of like.
Yeah.
I think this is from the perspective of someone from like a more advanced thing. It seems kind of condescending, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially like even in the modern world where technically like we have access to that in war like. Poorer countries where you can't necessarily afford for that sort of care. It is a serious issue.
Yeah.
Like, and even with the like medical stuff they have now, it's still not going to be as sophisticated.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
I mean, it's not that I disagree. I'm just wondering why the production decision rather to have her like shout out to like as like a deviation from like the line novel, or maybe this happened in the manga instead. Yeah.
Well, I think it adds a little to her character, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, how should I put it? Like
she hasn't really had much of a character until now, except for like just being the joke.
Yeah. Like, it's like, after she got, well, her side got defeated. Like, no, now she's just a maid. Like, lols.
Yeah.
But now, like, there's actually a little bit more weight than just being like jokey maid character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's, I think it helps.
Yeah, so that's probably like a good addition on the anime part. Mm-hmm. Possibly the manga part. Oh
yeah, so I vaguely remember you saying it, like this adaptation might actually be based on the manga rather than light novel directly or something like that.
I think most light novel adaptations tend to follow how the manga adapts the light novel, and then
So
and
it's
then
like
take
two,
it.
like 2 steps removed or
I
something.
think that's how most of them like take. Because like there's a big shift between going from like a purely like text medium to like a one that have like visual aspects in.
Right, right.
So like usually like it comes as like a step like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's your favorite thing.
I love the show. It just ended. It just ended.
Yeah, I can't believe it's the end. Like I feel like this is probably like the best show this season that we watched.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not really saying much because there wasn't that much like good. I mean, there's stuff that I personally like a lot this season, but like Real Hero and Jesus Prince. But in terms of anime adaptations, they aren't very good adaptations. So in terms of like so if you take that into consideration, like this is probably like the best anime we watched.
Oh yeah.
And like, yeah, there's not much else that's like really good this season. Well, Cross's Song is another good one, I think.
Well, it's in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think those are quite comparable.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are other shows that are definitely solid, but this one I feel like is just a step above.
Yeah. AKB could possibly like be a contender like after we watch it.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we're.
I didn't realize that like was this from the previous episode? Did we talk about this yet?
No, we didn't talk about this.
Oh.
Because like I think the last episode we talked about was when.
Oh yeah, it has to be 3 episodes because
Yeah,
like
it's
it was
3 episodes.
because like we just watched one like today.
Yeah. So it's basically the continuation of the photo shoot.
Yeah. Like she looks so cool, like this like backdrop and like. And like, because like Marin like usually like kind of like a goofball, like when seeing her do this cool white character is like it's so different.
Yeah, and then she's gonna ruin it 5 seconds later.
Yeah. And like this Yuri shot though, like this Yuri shot, like just holding the face and like going up close. Like this is delicious. This delicious Yuri.
Is it really? Because dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh, she was surprised and then like, god damn it, like yeah.
She's
Like she can't hold it in, like so cute.
she's very her.
Like I just need to hold it for like a few more seconds.
No.
Well, I guess like anyone would be like that if you're just like going up close to like your idol.
I guess.
Oh yeah, like moments before disaster happens.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I didn't get a shot, but like, wait, I thought it. But yeah, so crap. What is the sister's name? Was it Anju?
Anju, I think.
Or was it Shinju? Shinju.
Oh wait, no.
Anju is 86.
Oh,
Shinju?
it's something.
Yeah.
It rhymes. Okay,
They-
anyway.
They both have Ju in the name.
Yeah.
But yeah, like her boobs, like she was using like the bee holder or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
on last episode and like just broken like.
You know what I wonder about that?
Like, is that bad advertising?
Yeah, like it was actually licensed, like the actual brand and not like some like off-brand version. So it's like, wait a minute, are you saying our stuff breaks? I don't know.
I'm assuming they probably knew the story beforehand, like when they authorized the license.
I guess so.
But yeah, it's kind of funny where like, oh, it's a real product and like they're showing it breaking,
Yeah.
or maybe it makes it feel more real.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's funny. I guess that's the main point.
Yeah. Yeah, like these photos.
Oh yeah, this light room.
Like she's so cool. I need to learn how to actually do like more of these like photo editing stuff. Oh yeah, this part. It gets sort of pretty cool too, where like the whole time the little sister was like jealous of the big one, but like when actually looking through this, like the older sister, well she's the older one because she's not the big one, she's a tiny one.
The little big sister.
The little big sister.
The big little sister.
The big little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, the older one confesses that she's always been like jealous because like she's so tiny, she can only do the like small cutesy like lolly character types.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone has their like problems. Oh yeah, this part where like Marina's like talking to God, what's the name? Wakana.
Yeah.
God, why am I just derping out on everything tonight?
I think you're sleepy.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's talking about Nana, like, oh, when did you get this thing done? And he was like, oh, like I invited the little sister over to my room, and she's like, wait, just the two of you? He's like, yeah. And I really like how like it contrasts, like because he was watching the Magical Girl show at the same time, and like while this is going on, you see like on the screen, it's like the girl being like oh no, I'm being betrayed. Like those two love each other so much, and like oh like her, and it goes shot of like her like not so gem just like turning black. Like
Yeah, she's gonna turn into a witch.
she's turning into a bitch. Man, jealousy is powerful.
Please, someone save this girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I skipped over this like this fight. I guess it's just like a fighting game character.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to get this kind of like background filming thing to stick on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like wallpaper, essentially.
I guess it's like temporary wallpaper where you can like just easily stick it on and stick it off.
Yeah.
That would be really helpful for like our like photos and videos taking.
I think we should get some at some point.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's pretty neat that they actually cover that.
Yeah, and also, and I don't think I knew about these like tease things before.
Oh, using the fake nails?
Yeah. Or whatever they used.
Yeah, it was fake nails. They just trimmed it.
Oh. So like, does it not like hurt your mouth when you have it inside?
Oh, I'm sure it hurts, or yeah. Like is, or at least uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, she looks really cute though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like they had a little like date scene thing.
Yeah.
Like,
getting those like stylish clothes.
Like he's just wearing stylish clothes, and like the store assistant guy's like, oh, like this is so horrible, like what the hell, and like he has to like, keep saying like, oh, it really fits you, like the usual like trying like salesman thingy.
Yeah, but then she's like, oh my god, I want him.
Yeah, like as soon as you see this face, and you thought that she's also like has the same reaction where like, oh my god, like why is this so cringe? But then it's like, oh, like chuki, like.
Oh, chuki.
This is what they mean when they say like love makes you blind.
Or maybe she used bad contacts.
Rose tinted glasses.
Maybe.
But yeah, he's
just like kill me now.
In ramen, I miss having ramen.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh yeah, and he's like, oh like can't like there's someone to like take pictures for her, and she was at first she was worried, but was like man like is this like kind of like a quote unquote like breakup of like cosplay buddies things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I don't know, like why are you doing this, like why so serious? And it's like, oh, like you're too sexy.
Yeah.
So that was really adorable.
This girl's too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then next part is the manga cafe thing, right?
Yeah. So I guess we're finally getting to the sucker bus that like showed up in the OP for a while. So I guess it's from a 4-koma. So I feel like this is actually like another like realistic aspect of like cosplaying where okay, like if the work's like really stylized, so it has like really simplistic.
Yeah.
Our style, like you don't know what the details are supposed to look like. So
yeah.
like he actually had to like go and do a bunch of like different, like add a lot of frills and do a lot of his own interpretations to it. So like let's just talk to you, but like Marine was saying, like, oh, like sometimes like you have like the anime version of something, and then like you have the manga version where it looks different,
right?
Or you have like, or it looks different for like a game or whatever. So there's different versions that people can do, so you don't have to worry about getting everything exactly right. But I also feel like since cosplay is also another form of art and creation too, so I feel like I really like it when people have those like other touch, like their own like unique touches, where like it's not technically the same, but having those touches really enhances the cosplay and makes it look better, I feel.
I guess it depends. Like, I think the objective is what matters, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of like how like when you see the Love Live concerts and they have the same costumes as like in the anime stuff.
Yeah.
And like in the anime like it's really simple and like just like plain fabric. But then like on the like the actual like live concert, it has like all sorts of like different frills and different sparkles and like different patterns and added in. And I feel like that kind of thing like makes it adds a lot to it and makes it look a lot better like in like a real life setting than an anime setting.
Right. I guess in my head, I treat them as equivalent.
Yeah.
Because I just like, oh, they just simplify it for the show.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing. Like since like this kind of like it has like really simplified art style. So like adding more things doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's being interpreted in a different world.
Yeah, yeah.
Thing.
But anyway,
Love Hotel.
This episode was something.
Man, so they just booked a photo shoot and like, she was like, oh, this place looks perfect. Let's book it. It's so cheap. And then like, oh, it turns out it's a Love Hotel.
Yep.
But yeah, like, I mean, we saw a lot of those like videos about like how Japan has a lot of like themed love hotels where they have like I mean, there's obvious like Finnish ones like dungeons or whatever, but they also have like really like off the wall like weird themed love hotels.
Yeah.
And considering how much like a cosplay studio place costs, I feel like it's actually economical to go to a love hotel and like take photo shoots there.
Yeah. They're not promoting it too much. Didn't they put like a disclaimer like, oh, we're not promoting this?
Oh, they did?
I can't remember.
I think I completely missed that.
But anyway.
But yeah, like, I didn't think about it before, but like, oh yeah, like this is a very like, economical thing to do.
Oh my god.
It's like, kind of wonder if like the mangaka actually like does this or know people who does this.
Oh, it definitely happens.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah.
But yeah, like I really like this like Sakuba's outfit thing.
It's pretty cute. And then like recreating all the like panels.
But yeah, like, when you took out that manga with like a whole bunch of like bookmarks like things you wanted to recreate, I was like, man, I feel this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like we definitely like did the kind of thing where like, oh, we come up with like a short list of, like what we want to do in cosplaying.
Yeah.
But yeah, this part like, oh, you do the scene where like she's trying to sing a lullaby, and she's like, oh yeah, that's a classic one, like, and take a picture from the side, and like, oh, looks off. Oh, we need to get it from oh man, like from this screenshot, like from this angle, it looks like she's wearing nothing on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't get the right look. Like, oh, let's do the like head on look. Like, okay, I'm gonna lie the bed down. You need to sit on me. Like, she's like, oh, I'll sit on you. Like, and Straddle like, oh, nice shot. And then like, oh shit, we're in this position.
Yeah. Wait, did the light turn off? Like, what happened again?
Oh,
like it's not a power outage, but it was like.
No, I think like when you started hearing like the sex sounds like coming from next door.
Yeah.
Like they got surprised, so she threw the.
Oh right, and then the
phone and it hit the light switch and then like lights went off and so they're just like sitting in the dark like there.
Oh yeah, it's like oh.
Like this is such an anime like situation where like oh like just accidentally finding yourself in this like sexy pose, and then like oh it's just accidentally like lights go turning out.
Well, it's not accidentally though. It's on purpose.
It's on purpose, but not really on purpose.
Well, no, yeah, it's on purpose accidentally.
Yeah. Same thing.
Well, no. Adam accidentally is like defying the laws of physics, and somehow like oh how did I get under this girl? Like even though like I was in a completely different dimension. That's how anime like works. Yeah, and then like oh how. Like we fell together, and like even though I'm lying like 3 meters away, somehow my hands still falls down on her chest. Yeah, exactly.
Somehow. Or somehow like your head just like ends up like between her thighs underneath her skirt.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is a lot more natural.
Is it though? Or, like would someone really like just straddle someone else like for a photo and not think about like the position they're in?
Yeah. Yeah. What?
What?
You don't see this stuff?
No? Do you see this stuff?
Well, the people do some weird stuff for cosplay pose, like oh, like that spitting out the water, like for like sparkly effects business.
Yeah, but that's like intentional. This one's like
no, but this that okay. Doing the whole straddling is like intentional, but it's only to get into the right position.
Yeah, but I feel like they would have noticed that it was gonna do this beforehand rather than like noticing it afterwards.
Well, I'm sure they were probably thinking about it, but it was probably more like, okay, focus on the shot.
Like, yeah, maybe.
Like when you're so into the moment, like you just gotta get the right shot.
Like no thoughts, head empty.
Yeah, and then you regret it later when your back is sore because you had to contort some weird way to get that shot.
But your back's always sore.
Maybe.
Yeah, this part I'm pretty sure they were about to like lean in to kiss. Like they were both like leaning in towards each other, like, and for like the phone they called them.
Yeah.
Like they have like all every time in anime, like when something's about to happen, you need to have something like just randomly interrupt them.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it, guys.
Well, in this case, it's like interrupted in a very pedestrian way. It's like, oh. I mean, I guess usually it's like random person, friend, teacher, whatever, just like walking in. But it's like, oh, you gotta pay up if you want to stay longer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, we'll leave.
Man, I wonder how awkward it is to like switch call in. Like, what if like, a couple's like in the middle of having sex while you phone in? Well, I guess I'm probably used to it by now. I guess.
Yeah, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. And I guess this is the final episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we finally find out what her job is. Like, apparently she's been in this magazines all along as a model.
I guess so. Like, I guess it started off accidentally, but then she's been getting more work.
Yeah, well, the entire time she's been talking about how like she's been doing like a part-time job because to fund her cosplay stuff, and like we never knew what it was until like now. Like, oh shit, like she's big.
Yeah. Well, I always just assumed like it was something like not necessarily like a maid cafe or something.
I thought it was just like this unusual like waitress kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Like one of the like more like typical jobs, but like oh she's a model.
Yeah.
Also, it made me think like wait like so did they not pay models that much in Japan?
Maybe.
Well,
not.
I mean given the industry, I mean given how even like professional idols are like treated badly, I guess like for like amateur models would probably not be paid much. I guess.
Right. Well, if you look at her room though, it could also just be that she's like splurging like a good chunk of her money towards like figures and like oh those box sets. Okay, Blu-ray box set.
Oh yeah,
Those
she
are
has
expensive.
she has like 100 episode box set of that like magical girl thing.
Yeah. Well, the Blu-ray prices for like kid shows like that
Yeah.
are cheaper than like more niche stuff.
Wait, are they though?
No, they are.
Wait.
I looked at the prices before.
Yeah, I remember we looked at it and like it still was freaking expensive.
Yeah, but cheap for Japanese standards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess that's true.
It's like, oh, you want this like anime Blu-ray 2 episodes? Fork over that $100.
Yeah, we're not even if that rating. Like actually have some like Japanese Blu-rays I imported.
Yeah,
before.
it's like, oh, it's a base version. It's not for special edition.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's not even a special edition. It's just a base like Blu-ray. Like fuck.
Well, for whatever reason, that's how Japanese like business works for like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just limited to like anime stuff. It's also like say CDs and stuff. Because I think a typical like album is like 35,000. Oh no, not 35,000. 3,500 yen or something like that. Which is like twice the price of like
For a single, not for a full album.
No, well, yeah, I guess it depends.
Yeah.
No, singles are usually 2,000 yen.
Oh.
Like 15 to 2,000.
I thought it was like 3,000 yen. Well, anyway, the point is they're like ridiculously expensive, and I guess like they're saying like oh wait, we have like high because like few people buy it because so you need to do this kind of pricing to like support the industry, but like I feel like they probably didn't like analyze the whole like price curve very well, I guess.
Maybe. They could also just be intentionally going for the different market.
Yeah, could be that too. Well, I mean, like for stuff like for otaku stuff, they can definitely get away with it though. But I feel like for like more general audience stuff, they can't really get away with that kind of pricing.
Wait, yeah, we were just talking about the CDs.
Yeah.
That's the same pricing is used for not just like anime CDs, just in general.
Yeah.
They're like really expensive compared to other like places.
I still feel like if they lower the price, they'll probably get more sales overall though. But then again, nowadays like everything's moving towards like streaming and stuff anyway, so it probably
Yeah.
wouldn't matter as much.
But yeah, I mean, that's why you get some weird nonsense with like say AKB, like oh you get your voting ticket or whatever, or your
AKB is just in a completely different like separate realm of itself of like predatory practices.
well, in a sense, but there's other things that do the similar thing, but like because it's so prohibitively high, like it also encourages like not many people to actually buy, so you have to give them another reason to buy.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of this weird self-fulfilling like nonsense.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh, like
Jobs.
jobs and for money. But
So-
yeah, like, she's trying to save up to buy a DSLR, but then it's like wait, like I wonder how much like how much money like model makes.
Yeah. She's definitely gonna buy one eventually.
Yeah. Or maybe like he'll actually like sell a Hina doll and then like use the money to buy a camera.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. Like he's been getting better at stuff, so I definitely want to see it like where he sells his first product.
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to happen in the story at some point. But oh
We'll get to that.
oh yeah, and watching a horror movie and she's like, oh, how scared can it be? And then she's like scared shitless, and he's like, oh no, I'm gonna be so scared. But then he's just like, oh, look at all these makeup effects. Look at this fabric. Need to take all these references. But yeah, I hate horror stuff. I can't really like deal with like horror movies or horror games.
It's all right for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't particularly like them. Like, but I don't dislike them. It depends. Like sometimes there's like intriguing lore, but like I guess if it's kind of like just for shock value, it's like meh.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Although I did like Cabin in the Woods. Although that's more of a
Comedy.
I mean, it's definitely scary too, like in the beginning. But it's also like a parody of them, and like it gets like has a lot of like really dark humor and stuff going on. So and then after a while, it's like it actually got like pretty interesting. Like oh, like there's actually this whole like conspiracy thing going on behind it. But at the beginning, I was scared. Oh yeah, like I was actually watching that when I was on vacation with like some friends
Yeah.
when I was in Thailand, and like so at first like they were trying to watch it, and I was just like oh no, I don't want to watch this horror movie. And I was just like hiding under my blanket and just holding my hand, like trying to cover my face, my eyes with my hand, like, my fingers like peeking out between the fingers. And then like that was how it was from the beginning. And then later on they're like, okay, we're gonna go to sleep. And like no, hold up, leave the TV on. I'm still watching.
Oh my god. Stop.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
And then she almost died.
Oh yeah, she had to go to school for the summer homework and. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what?
What was it? What's it? Yeah, like, since they're in a pool, like wouldn't her like legs touch the bottom? Probably. For a school pool.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Man, when was the last time I went to a pool?
Never.
Not since I left Thailand. Oh shit! It's been like 7 years at this point.
Maybe we need to buy one of those kiddie pools.
We have a ferret pool.
Okay, go in it.
Yeah, we want to go to this like small Japanese festivals too. Like, when I went to Japan that one time, like it was only for like a week, so didn't really have much time to go around. I got to like see like some temples and stuff, but I didn't get to see this kind of like small scale festival that's more like down to earth kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think like before I went, like I actually tried to. Oh yeah, that was around the time when I was watching Hana Yamata too, so I wanted to see a Yosakoi festival, and I think there was one somewhere, but like didn't have time to go to it, and I still regret it to this day. Like I want to go again.
Maybe one day. But yeah, it's been quite a while since I've been to one of these. Although I think I think it was during the daytime, not during night.
Yeah. I mean, you were like a kid when.
Yeah. Back when I lived in the Nippons.
So when we're gonna go live there?
I don't know. Will we stop making bad decisions?
It will save on shipping costs. It will save on shipping costs.
Maybe.
But yeah, she looks so good in the yukata and like this her hair up. And then, like, she's just teasing him like, "Oh, do you get excited by seeing the nape?" And he's like, "Ah." And her face is like, "Ah, wait, Machi."
Then she's like, "Oh, gotta show it off.
Gotta show it off more.
Oh yeah, I guess that's one of those things that like a general Western audience wouldn't necessarily get. But it's like one of those like classic things of beauty.
Yeah. Although I feel like in this shot, like, feel like her head's like too high. Like this seems unnaturally long.
Yeah.
I feel like they, you know, take, like crop this part and like pull the head down a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I think they're exaggerating it, aren't they?
They're probably exaggerating it, but like it's in a very like it feels like kind of unnatural to me. But yeah,
Maybe.
that's what nitpicking. I really like this face though. But yeah, I guess it's a common like Japanese trope for like the whole like nape thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of those like old school things.
And she like buy all the food and. Well, for some reason, like in this part where they're having like, the fireworks scene and they're doing this like panning around, it made me think of like watching like Your Name, like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's also something. It's also kind of like fluid animation. I think you see more like movie production than in like TV anime.
Yeah.
Where like they don't the TV animations like just have like fewer shots and frames, but in this one like even though it's a simple panning, but like when that like if you're doing it in real life, you just need to pan the camera. But when actually animating it, this is like a lot more frames than you need to do. So you don't see this kind of like all round shot in anime as much.
Well, yeah, they definitely set aside a little bit of the budget for this.
Yeah. And yeah, it was like so moving and like like all the fireworks and he like this like he also cooped up in his room and now he's seeing like so much of the world like I can actually smell it, I can hear the sound of the crowds and stuff, and it's like it's because of her, and like, it has like really dramatic music. Everything is so emotional. She's so beautiful, and then bleh.
Yeah.
Like, just bleh, and the music just like came to a crash, like stopped, like boom. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I was just laughing my ass off because like the tension went so high, like the tension kept rising, and then like bleh, like.
She's a master of that.
Yeah.
But what do you call it? Like, oh, did we mention how there was like new insert music like too?
I didn't see. Like, I didn't even notice the intro music because I guess I was just like too absorbed into it or something. Because like, I saw there's credits for like another like Spirit Speaker song as an insert song.
Wait, you didn't notice?
I didn't notice the song.
What?
Or rather, like or rather, like I hear it, but like, it was so like ingrained as like part of the whole like atmosphere that didn't register as like it's like a different like vocal insert song.
What?
Or something like that. Like it's just like too like into it, I guess. It's not like yeah.
Okay.
So like when I saw it in the credits, I was like, wait, what? Then like so like just like this emotional part is like, bleh.
Yeah.
And he's just freaking out. Like,
but then she's dying afterwards.
yeah.
Too much walking in the.
Get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably gonna be a pain. I haven't actually worn them myself, but I feel like I probably wouldn't last very long in them.
They alright.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of interesting that they didn't go for the whole like embarrassing like pushing against back kind of thing.
Well, they did slightly.
Slightly. But yeah, she was also talking about like how like man like even though everything's so fun, like when this kind of thing happens, it just becomes all meh kind of thing. But I was just thinking like, really though, like knowing her, like she's probably like, really happy like he's like carrying her like this. So
Yeah. But it's also like it's probably a mixture of feelings.
I guess.
Because you definitely get that feeling sometimes where like, what do you call it?
Where like where like you're at a con or like Sakura Matsuri.
It's like, oh, I don't want to ever do this again.
Yeah, it's like oh so hot. But like yeah, because like when they go like Sakura Matsuri, I mean, sometimes where the yukata they throw there, and like at the end of the day, it's like oh it's so hot, I'm so tired, this sucks.
Yeah.
And
Or
you
at
do
the
it the same.
con, like, oh man, I'm tired of wearing cosplay. I hate these wigs. Get these costumes off me. And then you see someone's like, oh, see you again next time. Like, oh yeah, see you. What cosplay you could bring? So
Yeah, like I'm never gonna do this shit again. And like following year, like wearing all shit ton of cosplay layers on top on a sunny day all over again.
Yeah, it's worse probably.
Yeah. But yeah, usually at the end of a con, like we go back to the hotel room and just I just take it off and just throw it all off and just jump on the bed and just lie there naked, like just the aircon like flow on my sweaty ass.
Damn. So otaku have been conditioned to like enjoy pain.
We're all masochists. That's why we're in the hobby.
Oh my god.
And then like they roll the credits and I was like, wait, that's it. And after credits, like when she watched the more of the horror movie thing.
Yeah, because they were watching it because like, oh, the third one's coming out, so like, oh, let's check out what's so hype about this.
Yeah, so she watched like the second one and she got scared and like couldn't fall asleep, so she had to like call him. It was pretty cute. But yeah, also this lighting. Oh yeah, like when they animated like her like just kicking her thigh, like you see the thigh bounce and you actually see this lighting like being broken up because like how like her skin like rippling.
Yeah, the waves.
Yeah, it's like
I think you missed it, right? And I was like, yo, the thigh move.
yeah, I missed it first and then I had to like go look at it again and I was like, oh my god, it's so tasty.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like man, like they know what the audience want. They actually put effort into like to animate this like bouncy like rippling skin on their thighs. I was like, damn guys.
No, I was just thinking that looks fun to do.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, you never do this? Like bounce like your feet against your like. Oh wait, you don't have flexibility.
Yeah, look. Okay, you can't see me because I don't have like motion tracking, but I'm trying to do it, but it's not really going.
Oh my god.
I mean, well, I guess. Yeah, my foot doesn't really reach my thigh. It's just, but I guess like my calves do. So, kinda, I guess.
You need more joints. You need more than like 2 joints.
I need a good replacement like cyborg body.
Maybe then you can actually bend.
Yeah, my body's just broken.
No, if it was broken, you'd have more articulation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Like them just talking to each other as they fall asleep, and he fell asleep, and he's like, "Oh, I like you," when he's like already asleep.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet. And it's like, "Oh, like oyasumi mata ne," but like, and it just ended there. But I felt like this hard like mata ne, like see you later, like right at the end. I feel like it's meant for the audience.
I feel like it's for the audience.
Yeah.
Like they know how popular the show is. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, and like. I feel like they already expected it to be like really good too, because like this show has really good production values since the beginning.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they already expected it to be big, and it did become big, and we already saw like a whole bunch of like different products. I mean,
Right.
there's a Dakimakura we ordered, and there's like the giant East Dream figure coming soon. So they definitely know like people love this. So I feel like there's definitely gonna be a second season.
They have the collab for like dolls too.
With what?
The collab dolls.
What collab? Oh shit! With like actual Hina dolls?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Okay. Well, let me just say like okay. So for the manga or whatever, like
Yeah.
the original author actually like followed like an actual maker for reference and stuff.
Huh.
So that person, like that doll maker, is like making their own like dolls for the
Oh
show.
shit! Damn.
But it's obviously gonna be limited.
Yeah. But yeah, so it doesn't feel like they're telling us like, oh, there's gonna be a season 2, but not like solidly. So it's kind of like highly likely that there'll be a season 2, I guess.
Yeah. So it could just be like season 2 sometime later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no official announcements. But
So far, at least.
it's definitely getting one. I can feel it.
Yeah. And at least the manga is like being published in the US too.
Yeah.
So now we can actually read it, I guess.
Maybe.
Are
But
you-
what if spoilers?
God damn it. Yeah.
Spoilers.
But you need to read the manga.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think there's like 4 volumes out. I think the 5th volume is coming out soon, and wait, we have 4.
We have 4.
Yeah, so the cover on each of the volumes is actually like one of the cosplays she does. For like the first one is like her face, and then like it's her like her other costume. So the 5th one that's coming out soon should be the one that has the succubus girl on the cover.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's probably gonna be what like that 5th volume is probably gonna end at the same point as the anime. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Although I'm guessing they'll probably have more details added into.
Yeah. So it's hard to say, but I think the manga is relatively new, like only a few years old. So it could be that they need more material first.
Yeah.
But actually, in the meantime, we have the YouTube series to watch.
Oh, the one where
Where they actually try to make the costume.
Oh, yeah, we need to watch that. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed that like this last episode didn't have them go to another like cosplay meetup thing.
Yeah.
But, like it's a nice episode, but it felt kind of like, to me personally, it felt kind of lacking as like a final episode thing. And considering how like this show is all about cosplay and it's kind of the thing that they do together a lot, I kind of wanted to see more of that in the last episode. I mean, it's still a good episode though. That's just my own personal feelings.
Well, I think the emphasis was more on like less the whole cosplay thing, but more like
the bond between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it started off with a cosplay, but it's like it goes beyond that at this point.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, let's go to another festival next year. It's like, oh,
yeah,
next year. Especially like since like, you know, before it's kind of like, oh, the only thing keeping us like interacting is like, oh, I'm just making a costume for her.
Yeah.
And after that, so I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I was thinking like we didn't get to see much of her her other friends from school.
Yeah.
Like apart from the first episode, we didn't see them at all until like there's one random time when she was meeting with the black and red twin tail girl.
Yeah.
Like you just saw her like a few seconds. Like I think it was around the Juju-sama arc.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and also the girl that like the girl in Wakana's childhood where they was like saying like, oh like why you like dolls, like that's creepy, you're a boy, whatever. Like I was pretty sure she was gonna show up, but then like, she didn't show up yet. So like second season maybe.
They're gonna save her to be the final boss.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like she definitely has to make a reappearance. I mean, well, maybe not, but like most stories that have this kind of setup usually have that kind of character like appear later. I feel.
Half the time, it's usually as like a love rival.
Yeah. But I mean, so far like this season doesn't have that much in terms of drama, so I'm actually hoping they keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's a very like feel good show that I don't want it to be. Like a lot of people think that like you have to have a good story, you have to have conflict. I mean that's a very like Western way of thinking about it, but I feel like sometimes like it's already good as is. Like just have those lighthearted conflicts, those lighthearted moments is good enough for this. Like I don't want to see any kind of like forced drama that like bogging it down.
Well, I guess it depends on your definition of conflict because the show definitely has conflict. It's just not between characters too much.
Yeah.
Like the struggle of having to like deal with making this costume.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it does.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of thing where like it fits well rather than like some stories like they try to force a conflict in, where force some drama in, where like they just throw in some like weird miscommunication thing that like drags on for like half season or whatever.
Right. I feel like one of the more important parts is about how natural it feels.
Yeah. Like I'd rather have like little to no conflict rather than unnatural conflict in my stories. Oh, great song.
Oh god, how many episodes are we behind?
I don't remember.
Well, we might have to speed through this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I guess we get confirmation like, okay, so the other magical girl is normally like a guy in like normal everyday life, and just kind of has a like gender bender transformation.
It's like, oh, he's special.
Somehow, so it's just like nice.
Yeah, and then President's like, oh, perfect. We need more merchandising.
Yeah, I like this president. Like he's all like focused on like getting like more money and cash from like merchandising. It's like, man, this is too real.
Yeah.
Actually, everything about this show is just like too like it's so many instances of, like being too real. Undercover stuff. Oh yeah, and this part like she finally got her like evolving monster, but like, it fights against later, and then cuts out like countermeasures, and then all of a sudden like oh second form Master Blader. She's like the fuck.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, he kept that hidden for this moment. And now like all our work is like trash.
Yeah.
But then turns out like,
Oh, he didn't know about it either somehow.
yeah,
Also, I guess we got confirmation like this the professor guy is actually like his brother, with neither of them knowing what the other one does.
yeah. I think I mentioned like, oh, the first time we see him without his like goggles things on, and I was like, oh, he kind of looks like the other guy, the hero guy. And it's like, oh, well, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, Wolfkung in bikini, cute.
Pretty cute.
What about what are they doing at the beach again?
They were testing water capabilities.
Oh. Oh yeah, and then like the chicken almost drowned.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like the leader of Akastia is just like, oh, we're having someone drown. Okay, I got this. She just Moses the beach,
Yeah.
and it got on the news and just like goddamn guys. Oh yeah, really like this part too, where it's like she just finds this like random izakaya, and it turns out like oh, that's actually a combat android, and like these are all like people who are retired from this like evil villain business.
Wait, also heroes.
Well, at first she didn't know. She thought like they were all
Oh,
villains, and then like when a fight was starting to break out, like this like old lady is like God damn, stop fighting with bar. She's like, oh, transform, like magical girl. So like apparently heroes come here too. It's like oh, retirement is equally hard and good and evil. Neither job comes with transferable skills. And I was like, shit, shit, like that's too real. That's too real. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess like if you're a hero or a villain, like okay, you get old. Like what the hell are you supposed to do with your job now?
Manual labor.
But you're old. You can't do manual labor anymore.
Well. Okay, what's that Japanese term? They have like a term for like old people jobs.
I don't think I know that one.
It's kind of like a kind way to talk about like those type of like simple jobs for elderly people.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
I know the concept. I just don't know the term.
It's like human something. And I can't remember. Well, that's the English version, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I don't know Karoshi.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Man, Japanese labor market.
Oh
yeah,
mommy.
and they come out the new monster of like mommy, and like this is literally like the beginning of Love Live. This is how every Love Live like generation starts. Where like you're just walking past and you see this like idols on screen, and like oh, they look so cool. I want to be idol too.
Yeah, she's putting up a pretty good fight against like Blader.
Yeah. Yeah, she's actually doing a good fight at this like concert, and she just ran away and just like wait, what the hell?
And everyone's like, huh?
Huh? But then like they didn't make her with any like vocal cords, so she can't really sing. Also, Wolf is teaching the idol dance moves somehow for some reason.
Well, yeah. Wolf does everything but fight.
Yeah.
What if...
Oh yeah, this vampire lady, she's like a big idol fan. Just I really like this character. So it's like pretty nice to like see her again.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like,
Yeah. Like actually, like sticking her cells like pluripotent, omnipotent, whatever cells.
what did they use the translation for? Did they?
I think it was, like,
pluripotent?
Pluripotent.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
So they used her cells like into, and like she somehow like they would grow vocal cords, so like became a successful idol.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of other vampires, we got Ilya. Did we cover this?
I don't think so. Did we mention like how we missed an episode from the like previous season
Yeah, like in season 1 of Frequent, like somehow we skipped over an episode without realizing it, and it was the one where like this group appeared to, and it was also episode 10 of that season, and now like episode 10 like they're appearing again, so it's pretty like
It's actually interesting. Like a lot of the characters that showed up in the first season came back. Like, well, everyone's back, but anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, like so we thought we never saw Ilya, but then it turns out like we were supposed to see her in the first season, we just skipped over her.
Yeah.
And then she came back again.
But yeah, like everything getting real.
Yeah. And then Carol was like using Labrista's power somehow. I guess after she got defeated, like by taking her body.
Yeah, something like that.
Like I wonder, like is she like dead, or like can she like resurrect or like reboot herself somehow?
Yeah.
Like this world is weird.
We'll find out.
And then they find, and so like this like false princess is trying to like sacrifice everyone, and then they find like, oh, wait a minute, it looks like this crown.
Oh yeah. So basically, like, oh, city under siege.
Man, like the animation on her face is just like so over the top. Like whenever we see her like making all these faces, and I always feel like, I don't know, like it's so over the top that it just kind of throws me off, or I'm not feel, but like I don't really feel like angry or disgusted. I'm just like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Although yeah, it's just so over the top that I don't even have it in me to be like mad or anything anymore.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like poor Carol being forced to do things. Man, Pickering is really cool when she like finally announced herself though.
Yeah. But yeah, this is, what do you call it? It was pretty tense.
Yeah, and they really went like all out with the animation for like lately too.
Yeah, I guess it, like for this well, not just this episode, but the next one, I feel like it's kind of easier to talk about them in aggregate.
Yeah. Wait, also, I wonder what happened to the other fox. Like since there was two of them, and then we saw them like, separately, but then like we saw both of them on screen like the previous episode when they were fighting Labrista.
Yeah.
But now like we only see this like crazy one, and we didn't see the other one.
Right. Well, I guess we'll cover that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole fight was pretty tense. Like, I guess it kind of happened in multiple stages, essentially.
And then underground, they're trying to retrieve like the metamorregnant body.
Yeah, so I guess it's kind of like there's two fights kind of happening simultaneously.
Yeah, and I guess I guess Christina is one of the 7 crowns. It seems.
I guess so.
So I guess is Regina. Like they keep throwing that title like, Regina Gies around for her.
Oh, that's the title you get for 5-starring her, by the way.
Yeah, I saw it. So I kind of wonder like is that like her title as the 7 crowns?
Probably.
Or is that like the well, I guess her ability is called Numbers Avalon, so it's not exactly the. Maybe the I wonder if that's like her only like 7 crowns ability, or if she has like something else too. But like each of them have their own power, like special power.
But she has 2, right?
Well, she has like 2 like with like absolute defense and absolute offense, but they're all like wrapped up into like one like Numbers Avalon container.
Oh.
So I guess
yeah.
I guess it, like I don't know if you would it count as like 2 powers or 1 power.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's basically cheating.
Yeah, it's hacking pretty much. Although I guess like you can like get around it by like overloading her like processing ability or whatever.
Yeah. So brute force.
Yeah. And then I guess like they brainwashed like Saber to make them fight, and then like while fighting it's like, oh, the typical like, oh, get your like get your like memories back. No, not memories back. Get your like mind back.
Yeah, yeah.
Your sanity back.
It was a pretty intense fight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like she just stuck her finger into Pecorina's eye and was like, like when they animated that part, like I actually felt it like hurt.
It's very visceral.
Yeah. And like, oh, we're fighting together now. We can fight win. And then like this other like foxes like came out of like that underground part where it had like Metamorregnant's body and Labrista's body. I guess it was like incubating this form.
Yeah.
And I think we saw this form in a lot of the flashbacks, and in the mobile game too, where it has like, sort of like a cutscene in some areas of the interface.
Yeah.
Like she's like the one. This is the version that's like trying to like destroy everything or something. So I guess like this false one turned out to be a shadow all along. So
Well,
somehow.
it's kind of like what's her face? Oh no, I can't remember. The detective one. Like on the previous episode, there was the shadow that took on her form.
Oh
So it's basically like that.
yeah. But I feel like this one wasn't even aware that it's a shadow.
Yeah. So it seems to be a more like, I don't know, a more like advanced. Well, not advanced. That's a weird way to phrase it. Like, um, you know,
Yeah.
a more complex version of that same concept.
Yeah.
Like it even seems to have memories, like more solid memories of like being her.
It has like powers too.
Yeah, but it didn't have the Seven Crowns powers. So like I guess it's like
Well, we don't know if it did or not because like this is the we know that the one that's like was more tame didn't have the Seven Crowns powers.
yeah.
And then this one showed up at the end of the fight, which we thought this one did have the powers, but we don't know for sure if it did have like the like predictive ability power or not.
I feel like this one didn't because like it had to feed on the shadows for power. And I feel like it makes sense if like the shadow to get shadow power or like power from shadow. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess.
something like that.
But I guess we still don't really know like what exactly
But-
the shadows are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess like I guess like she was probably like using them to like incubate herself somehow.
Yeah.
So I guess this is probably the real one.
Well, yeah. Or maybe it's another fake.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like about to eat up like the pecorino and Carol, and like Yuki came in last moment. I actually felt like kind of like, oh, like he's actually like seems pretty cool here.
Yeah.
Like usually like the in a lot of anime, like when you have like bunch of girls and they just like main guy lead is kind of like off like just a joke character, and like they become like the final fight, like they do something cool and they feel like, man, this is totally undeserved because like they don't like deserve to be this cool, or like it doesn't feel right for them. But for Yuki, like after seeing all the characterization and seeing like the flashbacks and all the like the subtle hints of what's been going on, I feel like actually like rooting for him here.
Well, yeah.
Like I never expected to like him at all. Because like when we first started like watching Preconious, he's just like, oh, someone has no memories, can barely talk, can barely do anything. I just thought like, oh, like he's just like a joke character that's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, oh, like I feel like they did a really good job of implying his of making him a complex character without like fully showing it, but it's just through like hints and like stuff here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like next episode was probably the last episode. And, like, man, shit's getting so real. Like, oh my god.
I'm not ready. You just have the shot of her talking to the rock.
Oh yeah, so I guess we have like, man, that's so goofy. Like, she said that rock like broadcast like to like other rocks as like a PA system
Yeah.
somehow.
Because apparently that's what she was doing the whole time.
Yeah.
Just like establishing her network.
Oh, and I have Fabi Niku.
Oh.
Man, this is so sad. Like, oh, trying to help her, like untie the ropes, and it just like made it worse. Like, what the hell?
Like, how does that work? Why so useless?
Yeah.
Like, worse than useless. It makes everything worse.
Yeah, and then it turns out like this maid, like actually the demon or whatever girl we love.
Like some demon lieutenant. Well, I don't even know lieutenant, but like
higher up in the demon lord's army.
yeah.
Kind of thing. Like we saw her before at the squid thingy, but we didn't really know much about her until now.
But I guess for like the past year, she was running this infiltration mission.
Yeah. Oh, and we can have like not Kirito back again.
He's back.
And apparently, I guess like they brainwash these people to like revolt, and but his sword is just like cut through their clothes and just make them forget about their memories and the brainwashing part somehow.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it's like directly like affecting the memories, but more it kind of seems like once they snap out of whatever hypnosis mind control thing they had, like then they just forget about the memories.
Yeah. So like, what the hell can this sword cut? Like, could cut everything.
Maybe. and then it made them want to work. Like now they're just in the fields. Like
But they're still naked and working in the fields.
yeah, that's how motivated they are now. Oh,
Huh.
did you just skip past the thingy? Oh, I think we're missing some screenshots.
Or maybe I didn't like rename thing properly. But like this is supposed to be like name. But like the screenshots were taken later, so
Oh, okay. Do we need to scroll? Or were they never taken? I don't see them.
oh they were. I guess it just got like mixed up or something.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, so that I guess man. So you had to have like an underground bunker in this kingdom for some reason.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the goddess's secret weapon or something like that.
Wait, this is wrong queen. Damn it.
Oh, that probably helps to put it in the right place.
Yeah. So why did they just have like this giant like bunny mech?
Yeah, it's I don't know, but they need like two royal peoples to like.
They need like
access that.
two people with a seal, which like I guess
Oh yeah. So like, I guess they think it's the royalty, but I guess it's more like the goddess's seal.
yeah.
And now it's like lasering everything.
Yeah.
And Kirito is the only one that can do stuff.
And like Tachibana finally wakes up and takes it back from the demon thing, but it's just like just throwing a tantrum and it's fighting him and it's like, oh, Japanese precision engineering. Like fire a beam and they summon the door and like, oh, Japanese doors built to withstand countries' earthquakes.
Oh, so strong. Beautiful Japanese engineering. But yeah, it's basically gonna be like the showdown for the next episode. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be the last episode.
Yeah. But yeah, Tachibana's just whining about like, oh, like no matter how cute I look, like I'm always useless, and like everyone's just like saying I'm useless compared to you, and it's like relatable because it's kind of like when you have that friend that's just like so good at everything, and everyone's just like comparing you to them all the time.
Yeah, but it's not the best friend's fault for being better.
Yeah, but sometimes you just want to smash them in the face, anyways.
Okay. I have nothing to say.
God, I'm pretty sleepy.
How much more we got? I think we're almost there, right?
Yeah. I guess the Kenja show is like just kind of like more stuff that's not really. Well, I guess there are some like weird things happening this latest episode. I guess where like she had the minor disturbance that took her back to the past or something, and she found like these devils just walking towards to get reincarnated.
As like angels or something like that.
It's something weird, but then like, but like but then that devil that's like at the leading the procession also somehow like regularly meets people who like slipped in from like different time space areas. So it's kind of like this isn't a new thing exactly.
Right. I feel like this is one of those things that they're kind of throwing in there a little bit late in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this would be a stronger draw earlier in the story.
Yeah, because like up until now, it kind of felt like she was just doing like random things, and it wasn't until now that it starts to get a more feeling of like, oh, there's something serious in the
Right.
thing.
Like, it kind of feels like the story does have kind of a central plot type of thing going on, but it's been kind of like sporadic and it's been kind of random.
I think it's also because they just like speed ran through the light novels a lot. Because like I mean, I didn't read up to like where the show is right now, but like from the parts I did read, they cut out a whole lot of things.
Mm.
So I think that's also like why it just feels so all over the place.
Right. Well, I will take your assessment.
Oh, yeah, and we finally caught up to 86 because they finally aired like after being delayed for like several months, they finally aired like the final episodes. So now we just watched like from where we left off all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Man, the last few episodes like pretty damn intense.
Mhm. I guess there are things I could say, but I think I mentioned this earlier. It'd be spoilers for something else.
Oh,
comparisons between operations. Okay.
Oh.
So I won't say anything on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was intense.
I mean, there's so many episodes we watch that I don't really know how to cover it.
Right. I don't know. That might have to be its own thing.
Yeah, and that might have to be its own thing later.
Oh, we did skip something.
Hmm?
Your elves.
Oh, the Lidio thing.
Yeah. Do we need to open it?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, got new daughter.
Actually, need to run to the bathroom for a bit.
Okay. We'll be back. Okay. We're back.
Oh, is this where we last episode was?
Oh, wait, was that only one screenshot?
And just getting it mixed up because like since we skipped last week, like we just got getting confused about like where we are with different shows.
Well, yeah, so it was basically just 2 episodes where, like, oh, there was that zombie outbreak or whatever in that, like, random seaside village.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and everyone has been zombified except for this girl. And then they destroy, like, zombie ship and it, like, makes it go away, I guess? Something like that?
I mean, it was part of an event that happened in the game that just kind of like started happening again in this world for some reason.
Yeah.
Or like, I kind of wonder if that's supposed to like imply something weirder happening, where like why are these events suddenly spawning, or maybe there's some sort of like other cause going on,
Oh, yeah.
but like it kind of seemed like they just kind of ignored it and just didn't really think much about it.
It definitely seems like it's hinting at something because there was that incident with that, like, oh, what was that creature? The giant, like, raid.
The event boss,
Yeah,
penguin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something is definitely happening.
I mean, we saw that trigger for that though, where like he put in like he was throwing away stuff that was like the right items to like trigger the boss.
Yeah.
So, but like we don't know what's the trigger for like this thing.
Right. I mean, it could be something similar where like someone's accidentally like starting or like activating them somehow.
Yeah. But yeah, like both while watching this and while reading it, like I get that there are many moments where I feel like it could be there could be like some sort of like more serious undercurrent going on to the story, but then it just kind of gets ignored or like glossed over a lot. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like on the lookout for like something serious, or if is this just going to be like a serious like a show story with like nothing becoming important.
Yeah.
Like I'm really not sure how like I'm supposed to approach the story sometimes.
It's hard to kind of interpret that kind of situation. Like it kind of happens fairly frequently in like a lot of shows, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, it can work. It's just like sometimes it's not as strong as it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the main focus is on this whole, like, what do you call it, chills part.
Yeah. Although it's kind of weird. Like if you're gonna have focus mainly on like chill sides of life and happy family thing, then kind of feels like shouldn't. I don't know. Like when it has like those things that kind of hint at more serious stuff, it kind of feels out of place.
Right.
But yeah, I guess after being like disappointed in her daughters, in her like other children for so long, she finally like adopts a new daughter.
It's like, oh, the replacement one.
Yeah. Although she gets a new daughter like who's like actually her daughter, and they move to that village with Lit and that's near her tower.
Yeah.
But then in the ED, it's still only like her and Lit in the ED, and like this new daughter doesn't show up in the ED.
So sad.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, oh, like the daughter she really wants is Lit, but since she can't have Lit, she gets this replacement daughter, but she still wants that one's like still like the one true daughter in her heart.
Well, she's gonna do the usual, like, oh, why aren't you as good as her?
Oh my god, emotional damage. Oh, shit. Shit.
True Asian mom.
Oh god,
Asian mom.
Emotional damage. Shit, I feel that. I feel that a lot.
Yeah.
It's such an Asian thing. Like, oh, why can't you be as good as that kid? Oh, like so and so's kid is so much better than you. Like, oh, why can't you have like good handwriting like that? Like, oh, why do you get such bad grades? Oh, why you know doctor? Like,
I don't know. I'm not used to that.
Bitch.
It's those other kids' problem.
Damn. Yeah, I guess that show ended with like not. I guess like didn't cover much. Well, just kind of skipped through everything, I guess. So just feel like there's definitely lots of like areas where like that are cute and fun and just like happy to watch that, but like most of it just feels very like inconsequential. I mean, I guess a lot of shows are like that nowadays.
Well,
because I keep buying those shitty light novels.
Yeah, you're the reason they keep getting made.
I'm like single-handedly funding the shitty isekai light novel and anime industry.
Yeah, see, you complain about this, but then you keep doing it. Like, oh, you know you fuck up, but you still do. that's Oh my god.
Well, it's also like sometimes like that. Oh, I guess I can't really blame the adaptation sometimes.
It's not always the adaptation. It's not always the adaptation.
Okay, fine. I'm the evil take on this world.
Maybe.
I'm the reason anime's been so shit.
Maybe. Maybe you have to be like anime Jesus, like, oh, take all these anime sins into yourself. Give forgiveness for everyone else.
I'm sacrificing myself so everyone else can get like good taste in anime.
Baby. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess there's still a few shows that have like one more episode left that we still need to watch. So.
Yeah, not to mention the shows that we are quite behind on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, if you're behind on shows, get watching them now before they get pulled from Crunchyroll.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Oh yeah, like in a few days, they're pulling a whole bunch of different shows off of Crunchyroll now.
Yeah, on the 31st.
God, we need to like catch up on those.
So watch them. This is your last chance.
Maybe tomorrow we just need to like just marathon like shit ton of shows or something.
Maybe. But I think most of them are like high dive shows. They're probably pulling them so like they can bolster their roster.
Yeah, since like they need to try to compete more again.
Yeah. Streaming was supposed to save us. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, at least in anime stuff, there's only a few services. Well, like for Liaju shit, like people have to subscribe to like 7 or 8 different services to watch what they want.
Yeah. Oh, actually, one of those comments I found, like I saw about the whole Crunchyroll getting rid of the free ad-supported tier.
Yeah.
Is that apparently, like, say Disney Plus and maybe some other services are actually exploring the idea of having like a lower tier supported by ads.
Huh.
So it's like, oh, they moved in the opposite direction potentially.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they, like, even though I don't take advantage of it myself, and I don't know, I don't want to like do anything that has to like make me like watch a bunch of ads, or even though we watch like a shit ton of YouTube, I guess. But I just want the option to be available for like people who can't pay, I guess.
Right. I think that's my main stance because like at least back in the day it was kind of hard to actually buy stuff or watch stuff because yeah, you had to buy DVDs half the time.
Yeah.
Or VHS sometimes because DVD didn't exist yet.
Okay, boomer.
Kids these days, they didn't have to walk 5 miles to get the animus.
That 1 gallon of animal.
1 gallon animu, probably from the dumpster.
Walk uphill both ways on 1 foot. The other foot was starting a profitable business.
No, other foot was in Japan, getting the animus. You had to be Jesus, walk over the water.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hey, that's probably it for this week.
I think our brain is broken.
Yeah, I think like for the past like actually for most of the day I just been too sleepy and just kind of. But yeah, probably gonna end it now.
All right.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
And as always, anime was a mistake.
Bye.